Gracias por la espera. Thank you for the wait. I'm going to record this because this may be late for some people around the world. I may have to repeat what I said earlier. So please forgive me. Gracias. So to start the tour, I would like to thank you for joining us tonight. We have guests that accompany us on this trip this past September. And many of the friends, while they were on the trip, they say, Stalin, we like the wine, we like the olive oil, we like all the food that Spain have, but why conduct a Bible tour in Spain where we could have gone to Italy, we could have gone to Greece, we could have gone to many other places that have more Bible relevance than Spain. But little did they know that Daniel chapter 7, verse 8 talks about Spain because Spain was one of those horns. Let's go to verse 8. Daniel, in his prophecy, in his dream, he writes, while I consider the horns, look, another horn, a small one, came up among them, and the three of the first horn were plucked up, or they were removed. Who is the small horn? We know now that Spain was one of the three horns that were plucked out. And that's exactly what we answer in the tour. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you what we did on this tour, the places that we visit, so that you can have an idea if you decide to come with us on the trip in April. Okay? So if you go to our website, myvirtualbiblettour.com/Spain, and I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it on the chat in case you want to review it later. I'm going to put it on the chat so that you guys can visit and see what this trip it's all about. Okay. So we still have spaces. We have double occupancy and single occupancy. And I'm going to go to the area that says view itinerary so that you guys can see what is the trip all about. Even though the trip that I'm going to be referring to is a trip on September, the April trip, it's going to be about the same. So when you travel abroad, what is your biggest concern? Well, I don't speak the language. My cell phone doesn't work. Is anybody going to pick me up at the airport? And that's exactly what we did. We literally were at the airport waiting for each passenger to arrive. We had a big banner, welcome, bienvenidos. And boy, I have never been so happy to pick up so many friends. And then once they get to the airport, we will get a taxi for them so that they can go to the hotel where my wife and other members of the team will be waiting for you there. So on day one, the only thing we do is we actually receive all the friends. We make sure they arrive correctly. We have a list. We have the gate where you're going to be arriving. And it's such a relaxing time. When you get out of that door, you can see a familiar face. You can meet a lot of the friends that were traveling on the same plane on that day, and they start sharing a lifetime of a beautiful expression. And don't forget about the food. We also had to eat while we were there. So once we picked up all the friends, we went back to the hotel. Most people went to eat, then they had dinner. Since I was there for a couple of days, I started recording with my drum. I started playing with that. But everyone arrived safe and sound on the first day of the tour. So that's the first thing we do. So don't worry, we're going to pick you up. On day two, this is the first day that everybody is coming out. This group right here were the last one to join. It's funny. They were the closest to us, and they were the one who arrived last, but we did not leave anyone behind. And every morning we will meet in the lobby of the hotel. And boy, I know many of you have applied for the special convention or have attended an international convention, but it felt like an international convention to be around all the friends. Everybody was so excited. They were getting to know each other. Everybody had a name badge, so you can see the name where people were coming from. And the weather was fantastic on that day. Really, really cool day. And once everybody was ready, we left to the easiest part. We went to the square right in front of the hotel. It's called the Spain Square. And the reason it's called like that is because it has a structure designed after famous Spanish artists who have contributed significant to the Spain culture. And who is the guy on that tower? Is Don Quixote. Don Quixote is very famous around the world because it appears to be the first script novel written in this style. At this time, people were writing scripts for theater, but Don Quixote de la Mancha was the first literature work that was ready to be a movie, so to speak. It was a short distance that we have to walk. It wasn't that far. You can actually see the hotel from the back of the statue. So it was a short area. Then we took them to en español es un mirador. We took them to a place where they could see the rest of the city of Madrid. As you can see, all 50 were present on this picture. The weather, you can tell it was very nice in the month of September, and we're expecting.
Welcome to Spain. We love you.
Everybody was so happy to be there. Then we took the friends to a garden that only contained roses. Don't worry, your video is fine. We recorded the sound on another area, and I'm going to join them together. And it was something like this. This is JW Broadcasting reporting from Madrid, Spain. Anyway, Madrid is a beautiful city, a lot to see, but we took it easy on the first day because we didn't want the friends to be extremely exhausted for all the other things that we had planned for that day. So for the first day, we just went to the Spanish Square. We went to those two places that I show you. You can see our hotel on the back. So it wasn't really that far. And now, since it's about lunchtime, we decided to take the friends to the Museum of Ham, where we have the official meet and greet with everyone after they arrive from their different locations. As you heard, we have a friend connecting tonight from Hawaii. We have people from the UK. We have people from Zambia. We have people from Guatemala. We have people from Canada, and many of the friends were connecting from the United States. Am I missing anybody? Australia. How can I forget Australia? And Hawaii, I already mentioned. So here are all the friends, again, meeting each other. And on this day, we went over all the activities that are going to follow on the days afterwards. And they are introduced to the first Spaniard meal here at the Museum of Ham. Spanish people are really crazy about ham. And what do you call el jamón que es probado? Cure ham? Yes. So the friend had an opportunity to drink wine at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, you want to leave the Spanish experience. This brother is from Australia. This sister is from Guatemala. And these friends are from Texas. They used to, I think I met their parents on our last assignment. The friends were really in a good mood. They were really happy. Some of these two friends are connected tonight. Anne and Marie, and they're also coming from Texas. So the official first day was very light. Just walk to the square, take them out to lunch, and then they were free to go out and have dinner in different areas around town. And that's exactly what the friends did. They took pictures. The group was just happy to just go around and do a lot of things. And I think some people took pictures from the top of the hotel. This is the area where you have access on the roof of the hotel, where you can take pictures of the city. And there were a lot more pictures, but if I post all of them, I think we'll be here for more than an hour. Okay, so the first 2 days are really light because the next day we actually go to a major city, the city of Toledo. Toledo is a significant city. It used to be the capital of Spain before Madrid came to be the capital of the city. We did the same thing every day in the morning. We will meet at the lobby. 3.
Welcome to Spain.
3. I think that was a blooper. Now, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Spain. We love you.
Woo! So we had a coach bus where the friends will
that's
sit
a video. Well, I'm doing a
comfortably.
video now.
Okay, you're doing a video?
Yeah, I'm doing a video. Let's do. Oh, that's a video.
We had a professional
Well, I'm doing a video
photographer
now.
Okay, you're doing a video.
taking the pictures, and I said, well, you know what? Let's put the-
We love you.
And it's funny, every time we did that, everyone that was around us will stop what they're doing and look, what is this group? Why do they say they love us? Anyway, the city of Toledo, it's a beautiful city, very antique. And here's me and my wife posting for the camera. That's one of the pictures this professional photographer that was in the group. He was taking pictures of different couples. That's my mi suegra, my mother-in-law, with my beautiful wife, just taking some selfies for Instagram of this fantastic city of Toledo. As you can see, we had a fantastic day, and Toledo has so much history connected to what the country of Spain actually represent. And you may be asking, Stalin, why did they change the capital? Well, they changed the capital because the king wanted to get a divorce, and in order for him to get a divorce, he needed to move away from the bishop, who had a lot of power in the country at that time. So he conveniently relocated his castle away from Toledo in what today we call Madrid, to have his center of operation there. A lot of history behind that, but it also tells you the power of the church when the Spanish monarchy started. One of the things that you will notice from Spain is that most of the sidewalk will be a combination of really, what do you call that, bricks or ceramic tiles. They're not completely made out of concrete as you would expect on the US. But other than that, I think the friends had a fantastic time walking around, taking pictures. We had a lunch plan for the group. Again, the history of the city, the tour guide, we hire a local tour guide to tell us more about the city. But in all honesty, what attracted us the most, it wasn't only the religious stuff, it's the Inquisition that was practiced on this place. It's really sad, but it's a point of conversation that we can use if we were out to be in the ministry. We can understand the things that the religion did in the sake of protecting their own foundation, protecting their own interests. In the process of visiting Toledo, we went to a place, we went to the Jewish square, and we heard the unfortunate stories of how the Jews were pushed out of Toledo or were forced to be converted to Christianity. And we notice the little mark that they left all around the city. And you can see the name in Jewish characters. What attracts me the most, let me see if I can find the picture, is this. As the tour guide was conducting the tour, he told us that in the Jewish square, there was an area that if someone committed an involuntary murder, they can come to this area, where the building that you see on the screen, and you can actually be protected. He didn't know, he didn't know what he was talking, but it looks like this place was an area of refuge, just as it is described in the Bible. Even the Jews, even when they were in Spain or they were in another land, they continue to practice what Jehovah had taught them in regards to when someone involuntarily hurt someone. I found that quite interesting that was included in the tour. I'm going a little quick because the areas of Toledo that really attract our attention is really to find Jehovah's name in the ceiling of one of the churches. No one was forced to go into the church. Only those who were interested in seeing it firsthand went down to see it. And let me show you that picture right now. And let me see if I can go closer. And there is Jehovah's name on top of this room. You actually have to find it. The church was beautiful. There was no doubt in our mind that whoever did this, they did it thinking that they were doing it for their God. And we can see how people were fooled into doing things that were not exactly in agreement with the Bible. But Jehovah's name, it's one of the 4 places where you can find Jehovah's name in the country of Spain. The friends were very excited. Those who went in and those who saw the picture afterward and saw the history. Here's a closer look of the name of Jehovah on top of that ceiling. To me, that was the highlight of the tour. Of course, the food was fantastic. Everywhere we went, the food was so fresh that before we go into the restaurant will call us and will ask us, what do you guys want to eat? We did a short survey where we asked our friends to choose from if they wanted to eat pork, beef, chicken, or fish. So to us, it was a little strange. Why are they asking us? Don't they already have the menu? Well, they were asking us because they wanted us to eat as fresh as we can as possible. So everything we ate was purchased on the day that the meal was presented to us. And that's why we had such a good time on that day. And that was Toledo. You feel free to ask questions towards the end of the tour, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Okay. The next day we slow down. Toledo was very, very much like Madrid. Remember, it used to be the capital of Spain. The other day we went to the least visited city in Spain. What? Yes, we went to Cuenca. Most Spanish people will not go to Cuenca. They're not interested. But we took a risk and we went to Cuenca, and it was a complete hit with the friends. Why? It felt like we reserved the city for them. The fantastic views of this city are simply stunning. You could not believe that such a beautiful building was built without the technology or the safeguard that we have today. And I'm going to show you some houses. They call it the hanging houses of Cuenca. One of the things that the friends loved about Cuenca is simply the nature. They really love how green it was, how fresh and clean it was. So it was a really a change of pace.
2, 3.
Anyway, don't worry if you're afraid of heights. This is the highest point of Cuenca. Then we went down and we took the friends into the different cities. But take a look at this and tell me if this is not nerve-wracking. Look at those balconies. And the story tells us that the reason you have those balconies there is that that's where the bathroom will be placed. So the bathroom will discharge the material on the other side. That's why the housing has some areas hanging in there. They're not inhabited, especially this one. They have turned it into a museum, but there are people still living in some of the areas closest to the edge. Spain does not suffer from earthquake, so there's no threat of an earthquake destroying these cities. But as you get closer to this, it's simply amazing how a building will be so close to the edge, and people will be okay to live with it. Today, Cuenca is divided into two cities. You have the old Cuenca, which you see there on the edge, and you have the new Cuenca, which is all the way in the center with more modern cities. Again, the friends really enjoy the greenery. It was so beautiful, but the city was empty. So it felt like we reserved the city for them, and it was a fantastic day. The weather was nice, and the tour guys really, really knew their stuff. They were very funny. But again, I tell you again,
They built that huge building.
I don't think if you can hear them.
Spanish traveler.
Yeah, that building that he's pointing, that was also part of the Inquisition. Very sad story, but we need to talk about it because if you go to Spain, you need to hear about that. Cuenca was a hit. The food was a hit, and the hanging houses and how did they build that was definitely a hit as well. I'm trying to go over anything that I may have seen. Why did I take a picture of this? Oh, I have a Spanish singer, Juan Manuel Serrat, right? He lived in this Jose Luis Perales, Juan Manuel Serrat. Jose Luis Perales, this is the house where he lived, and I took a lot of pictures of doors. We were just fascinated with the metal on each of the doors. Each door had like a different art on it. That's why you see a lot of pictures of doors. Anyway, this a building over there is a monastery, un monasterio, and it took us a while to get all the way up to Cuenca so that we can go and walk downhill. Take a look at this restaurant. This restaurant used to be like a water tank. It's below the street level. And again, the food was, the friends were so happy. Let me see. Look at that. They had a skill on roasted lamb. Oh, this is a person we met on the street. I guess they were happy. She's not a witness, but I guess they both have low haircut, and we call them Oreos. The group is here. Let me see what do they say here. 2, 3.
I don't know what that was.
So look at the hanging balcony, and the friends there to cross that bridge. I said to them, listen, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna meet you on the other side. Let me see if I have a video. I'm glad somebody recorded. It was very windy.
Bye, Stalin.
Oh, that was my wife. I'm afraid of heights, so I say, you know what? I'm gonna take a shortcut.
Shayla, stop hiding.
Thank you, honey, for recording the video. So we went from a fast pace to a slow pace, and the friends were able to enjoy this particular trip to Cuenca. And there's more pictures. There's pictures everywhere. It was a very photographic place. Here are more pictures, more pictures of the restaurant itself. You felt like you were traveling in time with the artwork on that beautiful restaurant. And that, my friend, was the city of Cuenca. Let me see, do I have any more pictures? Does anybody remember what this was? This was goat testicles. Apparently, it's a thing in Cuenca, and they were offered it to the friends to give it a try. And you can see the face of one of the friends. And that's, oh, what's his name? He did just a fantastic job. He was able to prepare the meal for 50 people in such a quick manner. The wine was good. And this is where we're waiting for the bus to arrive. And that was one of the first pictures that we took that the friends sent to me before the tour. Anything else? More pictures? Good. So from Cuenca, we take it easy, and we spend the most time now in Madrid, and we took the friends to the museum. The museum, it's very different from other museums around the world. Museums around the world, they will have artwork from different artists. In Spain, they will have paintings, structures, and any other artistic items from painters or artists that are Spaniards. This museum used to be the private collection of the king that was open to the public to enjoy. So when you go to the Prado Museum, you technically are seeing the private collection of the king, and that's what the friends did. Pictures were not allowed inside of the museum. I think this is the first picture we took, and then we were told that you are not allowed to take pictures. But this is a fascinating painting of the book of Genesis, chapter 3, the first few verses. It blew our mind to have a painting with 3 different panels, all connected to the biblical account. And the museum was full of paintings related to the Bible. We prepare a little electronic pamphlet so that the friends can review and enjoy some of the biblical paintings on their own, since tour guides were not allowed on the museum. So everybody enjoyed the artwork at the museum. Only half of the group is here. The other half decided to take a city bus, the double deckers, so that they could get to know the city of Madrid very well. But we all met at the restaurant at, I believe, was 2 p.m. And again, everywhere we went, we were eating together. We were asking the friends to sit in different tables so that they can get to know everyone. And I visited the park because we were going to have a picnic there, but it rained, so we had to cancel that. I know we had it anyway towards the end, but we had a fantastic time at the museum. We learned a lot. Now, the next day, we went to the Royal Palace. Yes, we went to see where the king lived. Again, no pictures were allowed, so I don't have a lot of pictures from the inside. Why isn't this allowing me to? Okay, there you go. No pictures were allowed, but the Royal Palace, I guess this is before we went in. The Royal Palace really gave a taste to the friends that Spain was a world power. Spain fit the characteristics of those three nations that Daniel was prophesying about. And when you think about the three kings or the three horns that were unplugged, it was Spain, France, and the Netherlands. And the three of them were replaced by the British, England. So we saw that, or it became very clear to the friends when we visit the Royal Palace. Flamenco is a big thing in Spain. So the friends were taking pictures on the street, and we actually took the friends to a flamenco night on that night. We also find people preaching on the street. Let me see if there's any other picture. The palace was absolutely stunning. It looked like a place where a king and a queen live. It was really fantastic. And the friends have no doubt that Spain was a world power at any given point. So we were joking. This is the actual king and queen of Spain. You see the picture as you end the tour. And my wife was wearing that collar. So we took a picture on the outside. Here's a picture of the group. Are we going to say something?
1, 2, 3.
We have, oh, I bought some shoes. While I was in Madrid, I was looking for a pair of boots, and I found them there. Again, later that day, we went to eat tapas, which is a very traditional Spanish meal where they bring you different smaller portion. Man, those portions were big, and they come to you fast and furious. And you can see cured ham. You can see the Spanish tortilla here. There was always bread on the table. Let me see if there's another. We also have fried chicken. It was delicious. We couldn't. Oh, we have what do you call this? This big shrimp. I can't recall right now. In Spanish, it's langostino, but I don't remember. I don't remember the English translation of that. But the food was fantastic, and we accommodated people who were vegetarian. We accommodated people who were vegan, and we accommodated people who wanted gluten-free meals. So, and some of the restaurants included alcoholic beverages or soda as part of their drinks. As you can see, everybody's happy. There was plenty of food. Oh, we also have fried calamari. Everybody was happy. And if you notice that some people are wearing red, I missed the bow. I didn't receive the memo. They're wearing red because we're gonna go to flamenco night later on that night. As you can see, very smiling faces. We are inside of the flamenco area, and we're just taking pictures of historical artwork that has to do with that. And what are these pictures? What are these pictures here? Oh, these pictures are from the morning. And here are some of the pictures. We have many videos, but I didn't want to make this tour too long. The friends, even though they did not understand the Spanish words that were being sang with the flamenco, they really enjoy the music that was being created by the tap dancing and the performance of some of the dancers. And we're going to share those videos later today. But it was a fantastic day. Again, we have groups that only spoke Spanish and they had their tour guide. We have groups that only spoke English and they had their tour guide. But at the end, the two of us, the two groups will meet together. The next day was a free day. So many of the friends went to the local Kingdom Home. We went to the Spanish, and I think some of the other friends went to the English, sign language, and other groups. Let me see if I have any other pictures. Oh, this is a place that I went. Oh, this is paella. And this is paella using the ink of the squid. It was really fantastic. So I remember that I told you that we canceled the picnic because it was raining. Well, guess what? By the end of that day, we were able to go to the park. It wasn't raining. And we took the friends to a Egyptian temple. There's only 3 of this around the world. And we took the friends there to see the sunset. Look at the sunset that we were able to enjoy after the first part of the day when it was raining. This was Sunday after the meeting. We were going to have a picnic in the park, but because it was raining, we canceled it. But then when we noticed that the weather became nicer, then we asked the friends to meet with us in front of the hotel. And actually, everybody went and they took fantastic picture of the sunset. So you're actually seeing a sunset in Madrid. We have time to do a lot of things. The next day is going to be, oh, here are more pictures of the friends. I'm on, that went to a different meeting. And friends, we give you information of all the Kingdom Halls around the area, so you can choose where to go. Segovia was a fantastic place. Again, just like everything else, a lot of history, Roman history. But the highlight of the trip to Segovia was the little piglet. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, the friends enjoy the aqueduct, but they enjoy, this was surprising. Segovia is known by their roasted pig, but the ritual that they use to serve it. I have a recording right here. Here we go.
So you can check now.
¿Sí?
Bueno,
señores, ¿perdón?
Puede ser un poquito más acá si lo
Sí, lo único para que no salpique como quiera. Me meto ahí, necesito tener cuidado. Me voy a obligar a que me quiten los abrigos porque salpica un poquitín. Y que es porque el color. Señora, póngamele. El compañero al reparto.
So you can
Al estilo de Segovia, y decimos así:
Segovia style.
los cochinillos serranos que en esta tierra se crían son un manjar exquisito para deleite de sus paladares. Va por ustedes.
¡Ay! ¡Ay!
So tender that you can cut it with a plate.
Al estilo de Segovia,
Then you
y
break
decimos así.
then you break the plate.
Hermano, ¿cómo te sientes ahora?
So we took a picture with the head. And I think a friend was they were celebrating their anniversary, and we have something prepared for them.
You guys ready? Yes. Okay. I'm good. Charles, Valerie, cut the cake.
Okay,
Cut it. Joshua, cut the cake. Yes. Cut a piece. Yes. There you go. And now at the count of 3. Oh, he's gonna serve it. Okay. Wait, we need a plate. Guys, where are the plates? ¿Dónde están los platos para servir? But remember, don't break the plates. It's just the knife.
Let me see if I have. We sang to them 2 songs, and they were really, really excited about that. But the highlight of Segovia is the aqueduct. Take a look at this drone video showing you, welcome to Segovia, showing you the aqueduct. Here's my friend from Australia. The aqueduct is simply fantastic. It's like the height of almost a 10th floor building. And the aqueduct was being used all the way until 1997. It was an architecture done by the Romans to the city of Segovia. That used to be a Roman headquarters. And at the end, we went to a castle, and we did another video. This is JW Broadcasting reporting from Segovia. And that castle you see on the background is the castle that was used as inspiration for the castle in Walt Disney. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end. On the 19th, we went to Bethel. That was the highlight of the trip. There's so many buildings and castles and stories about Cervantes. Alcalá is the place where Cervantes was born. Nacimiento means birth. And this is where Cervantes was born, the city of Alcalá. And the friend had a fantastic time there. But this couple was celebrating their anniversary. We went to an Asian buffet, but this is what the friends enjoy the most. That is Assembly Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. We went inside the Assembly Hall, and we received a tour. Newly remodeled Assembly Hall. We were invited to listen to the audio improvement, the lighting. The place was just very, very nice. The friends had a fantastic time. And then let me see what this is. This is the video that we did in front of the Assembly Hall. The voice recording is on another file. I'm still working on putting those things together. And then we went from the Assembly Hall. We went to the other side, which is the branch, the Spanish branch in Europe of Spain. It was closed because they are doing construction, and it is not safe to conduct tours. Here, taking some pictures. Sede Mundial means national headquarters in Spain, and the friends took a lot of pictures there. But that was something that we really enjoy. And here are the pictures of the maps where people are from. I already told you Australia, the UK, Puerto Rico, the UK, Dominican Republic. I guess Shirley is from, is that Hawaii? Anyway, we just took advantage of the map and we just have fun. Last but not least, we went to Escorial. It's a gigantic area that was built by the Spaniards to just show how powerful they were. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Escorial, but I just wanted to tell you that the French were now convinced that the Spaniards were a world power by this time. This castle, which is as big or bigger, excuse me, than the royal palace, just show you the wealth that the Spanish people had at any given point. What you see on the screen is a picture of, they have many Christian pictures, but one of them have to do with the Virgin Mary as being more powerful than Jesus. And this is found on the Douay translation and the Knox translation, where the Catholic Church took the liberty of saying, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and thy seed and her seed. She shall crush the head. They later have to correct it and put he, but you can see how religion used artwork to really push their own agenda. The staircase that you see, we went to the catapult where we saw the coffin of all the Spaniard king, including Philip II. He was the one who started the war with England, giving fulfillment to what the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 8 was talking about. And last but not least, we went to the oldest restaurant in the world, according to the Guinness Book of Record. It was founded in 1725. And again, the friends had a fantastic time. The food was absolutely delicious. It was the best way to say, oh, these are some of the pictures that the professional photographer took of some of us. That was in the morning, and in the afternoon, we went to the restaurant, and this is when we said goodbye to the friend. And everybody was so happy. Our friends brought gifts, just like an international convention, to share it with everyone. It was just a nice way of saying goodbye. On that night, we scheduled the taxis for those that have to travel the following day. Everybody left successfully, and everybody arrived on the final destination. We did not lose anyone on this trip. So that brings me to the end of this. Yay! So now I am going to